What's going on, everybody? Auditors of America, Jeremiah here, and I'm making a video for you today on the list of charges that I have, the false charges that I got in Russellville, Kentucky. And I'm going to read to you why they arrested me and put the warrants on me that they did, okay? Y'all are going to fall out of your seats when you hear this. The first charge is KRS 519.020. It's obstruction of government operations. The second charge is harassing, no physical contact. The third charge is disorderly conduct in the second degree. The fourth charge is harassing communications. And then the fifth charge is also harassing communications. So there's two of them. Alright. Here's the narrative that they gave. The offended, jailer Phil Gregory, states that on 10/26/2020 in Logan County, Kentucky, the above named defendant, Jeremiah, unlawfully on 9/25/2020, the defendant uploaded a video to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom, where the defendant was recording outside the Logan County Detention Center. In the video, at approximately 6 minutes and 50 seconds and 15 minutes and 34 seconds, the defendant was at the Logan County Detention Center and was observed flashing a flashlight multiple times into the security cameras outside the Logan County Detention Center. I'm going to upload this video after this one, part 1 and part 2 of, you'll see, I'm taking a flashlight and I'm shining it everywhere on the building. It's freaking dark. It's nighttime. Okay? I wasn't shining it into the cameras on purpose, doing it like to be ha 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 ha. And even if I did, it wouldn't do what they said it did. They said it like obstructed the visual for like 2 hours. They had no cameras all over the jail. That's bullshit. They're infrared cameras, y'all. And I know how cameras work pretty damn good. You take an infrared camera like this one. And now it's on infrared, okay? You shine a flashlight into it, all it's going to do is turn the infrared off a second, and as soon as you take the light away, the infrared will come right back on. Anyways, this act temporarily blinded the cameras and prohibited the jail staff from performing their duties. On this same video, at approximately 16 minutes, the defendant was observed communicating with an inmate at the Logan County Detention Center. That's a bullshit, through the window cell. For one, I never communicated with anyone. A dude came to the window and waved at me, and I waved back. That's not communicating. Well, it is communicating, but it was a friendly hi, and that was it. I walked away. And approximately 18 minutes in the video, Captain Garcia and Deputy Anderson were outside the Logan County Detention Center, where they asked the defendant, what is he doing? The defendant became belligerent and stated, "What does it look like? You can go back to work. You're dismissed. They put charges on me, y'all, because I told them, what does it look like? You can go back to work. You're dismissed. The defendant continued to argue with the staff and became irate. Nowhere in the video do I become belligerent or irate. Yelling at Captain Garcia and Deputy Anderson, stating he wanted to know their names and badge numbers so he could file complaints on them. On 10/26/2020, the defendant was recording outside the Logan County Detention Center. The recording events were later uploaded to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom, what it was, before bootlickers in that town and the cops in that town had it taken down. At the Logan County Detention Center, an employee, Deputy 𝕃. Deputy 𝕃 is his name, the guy that was recording me, arrived at his shift at the Logan County Detention Center, where he was exiting his vehicle, and the defendant states, "That's the problem with corrupt, stupid public servants. Everything on your phone is now mine." Hold up, they left out the most valuable part. The reason I said that is because he was standing there with his cell phone recording me. He was standing there recording me. He's not allowed to do that, y'all. He's not a civilian. He is a law enforcement. "What is your name and badge number?" And then I said, "Hey, tyrant. You think I won't get it? Hold on, let me get your license plate. Name and badge number. Laugh, fat boy." Because they were laughing at me as they walked in. But they're putting me in jail. They put me in jail, y'all, for freedom of speech. Nowhere in any of this do I threaten them or do anything. On the same day, the defendant was speaking with Deputy 𝕝 through the intercom, and the defendant was asking the name and badge number of Deputy 𝕃. Now I will get his salary and everything and post it. The employee that had entered the building at the same time Deputy 𝕝 was unsure which individual he was referring to. When Deputy 𝕝 stated he did not know, the defendant yells, "Fuck you, tyrant." Not true at all. Not true at all. Hold up. Hold up. They left out a lot. I said that as I was walking away because the dude on the intercom was being a total prick asshole to me. Later the same day, the defendant began yelling at Captain Garcia and Deputy Harris, who had not clocked in for their shift and are unaware of the previous incident that occurred on the same date. They were unaware of it. They were sitting right out there at their cars and seeing it all happen. The defendant states to both deputies, "Hey, I need the name and badge number of the guy who drove the white pickup truck. Are y'all going to refuse to give it to me? Your salaries, pensions, and everything about you is going to be posted for the world to see, elfin tyrant." Really? Really, y'all? On 11/2/2020, the defendant was recording. See how they say he was recording? That's what I was arrested for, y'all. And freedom of speech. The defendant was recording outside the Logan County Detention Center. The recorded events were later uploaded to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom. In the video, approximately 4 minutes and 15 seconds, and records the inside front lobby from the outside of the building. He records the inside front lobby from the outside of the building. Two deputy jailers attempt to approach the lobby to investigate when the defendant yells loudly, "Go F off, boy. Get back to work." That's not true. I actually talked like in this voice right here, and I was talking to the camera, said, "What the hell are they looking at?" And then I made the statement how they were probably listening to me through the intercom. The defendant yelling into the lobby caused alarm to the staff. When the defendant turns to leave the Logan County Detention Center, he proceeds to flip off the security camera 2 separate times. He later videos cell 191 from the window. That is a lie from hell. You can't see into any of the cells at that jail. What I recorded into was right there beside the lobby, and it looked like the library. I even stated on video, it looks like the library, y'all. When some of the staff went on break, the defendant is heard yelling, "There's the fat boys. There's the fat boys. Run, bitches." Yeah, I don't remember that, and I don't remember that being on video either. Later on this date, the defendant is observed standing, and even if it was, that's freedom of speech. Later on this date, the defendant is observed standing on the front porch of the Logan County Detention Center, and a staff member asked him through the intercom if they could help him. The defendant replied by making the statements, "Can you not see what I am doing?" The defendant leads the porch again, flipping off the cameras, and says, "Go F yourself." This is what I was arrested for, y'all. Defendant is interfering with Logan County Detention Center's ability to properly perform their duties as he continuously comes to the property harassing the staff. So recording them and keeping them accountable is harassment. So they say. So they say. Making derogatory gestures at the security cameras, which is ultimately directing the staff's attention to him rather than their typical duties as Logan County Detention Center employees. The detention center has attempted to engage the employees. The defendant has attempted to engage the employees when they arrive for their shifts by calling them derogatory names and threatening to make personal files public. So their salary and pensions and all that, they're personal. They're not public. Which they are public. And anybody can get it, as I will prove. The defendant should not be communicating with the inmates. The reason the defendant is communicating with the inmates is to plan an escape or to drop off contraband by blinding the security cameras. All incidents have been uploaded to the defendant's YouTube channel, Last Days of Freedom. That was just page 1, y'all. The defendant. Hold on, this is something. Yeah, that's the same thing. Okay. Them are the 4 charges they got me on, which was the obstruction of government operations, harassing, no physical contact, disorderly conduct in the 2nd degree, and harassing communications. So telling them you're going to get their salaries and post them is harassing. And their files are not for the public. As they just said, it must be true. They said it. They are tyrants. Okay, and then around 10 o'clock tonight, I was in jail Monday night. I believe it was September 9th I was arrested. Yeah, wait. November 9th. What the hell is today anyways? I was arrested. It was a couple weeks ago now. But yeah, 11/9. 11/9 I was arrested. Okay? Now, remember Deputy Ryan Johnson, everybody? The big cop. The dude that's got an arm bigger than me. He came into jail crying. You sent me an email. It had no legitimate purpose. This is what it said, y'all. On 11/9/2020, while out on patrol, I checked the Logan County Sheriff's Department email and found 2 emails which were sent to me by Mr. Payne on 11/8/2020. I had previously worked on a terrorist threatening investigation with Payne in August of 2020. He never did shit. He came and took the report, but never did anything. Said he couldn't. In reference to him receiving death threats over the comment sections of his YouTube channel. Due to the discreet nature of the YouTube's online, some word I can't say, it is impossible to discern where the threats were coming from. Since that unsuccessful investigation, Mr. Payne, via emails and his YouTube channel, accused me several times of publicly distribution his personal home address being the reason behind receiving death threats. And it wasn't my personal home address. It was the motel that I stayed at when I was in Russellville, Kentucky. And he was the only one that knew I was there. The only one. So you tell me who did it. Not even 3 days later, all the cops in that town knew where I was. And as Deputy Ryan Johnson told me, and I'll get the body cam for, that he's done talked to a bunch of people in that town, and they're all glad that I was locked up inside that jail. So he don't go around talking about me, but he goes around talking about me. Being the reason behind him receiving death threats and being physically attacked on live stream. Since that before mentioned investigation, Payne has sent at least 4 emails containing abusive foul language that serve no legitimate purpose other than to intimidate, harass, annoy, and alarm. Okay, wait a minute. 4 emails? It was 2 emails, and it was telling you to do your damn job. Find the person who was making death threats towards me, because you probably know who he was. Example, Mr. Payne not only had grammar errors, including in his quotes, and this unreasonable communication. See, he's making fun of me. He's calling me stupid, y'all. Right there in that, he just called me stupid. When you speak into a phone, it types it. Google does. I don't think it puts periods, commas, and all that. Or on October 8th at 10:39 a.m., Payne states in the email address to me, "Y'all elfing yourself." What? He goes up, I didn't say that. I can pull up the damn emails right now. He continues on to say, "Enjoy your 5 seconds of fame." After speaking of filing numerous lawsuits at 12:21 on the same day, October the 8th, 2020, Payne sent a follow-up email which also served no legitimate purpose. This email continues stating Trooper Carlock was a thug, and he is, and Payne was filing complaints and lawsuits. He filed a charge and rearrested me for this, y'all. On 11/8/2020, I received two additional emails, which was also alarming. At 11:22 a.m., Payne sent an email where it's referencing to the Logan County Sheriff's Department as a shithole. Payne goes on for multiple lines, only ranting about suing me and the Sheriff's Department and the Russellville Police Department. Payne also accused me of revealing in the video of him being allegedly assaulted. Allegedly assaulted? It was freaking on a live stream. Everybody saw it happen. It ain't alleged that it happened. It happened. That's the reason why dude's never been arrested. He's the tow truck driver for them. Conflict of interest, anyone? They're not going to arrest the guy who comes and steals cars for them. Payne at 11:26 on the same day once again sends a follow-up email. No, I sent two emails, not like he's stating. He's stating that the two same emails are 4 different ones, which I'll prove that in court. He also sends a follow-up email which serves to no legitimate purpose by accusing the Sheriff's Department office of showing favoritism to the individual he has a case involvement with due to a multiple working relationship with the Sheriff's Department's office. See, he just admitted right there. He does tow for them, which everybody knows is true. And they are showing him favoritism. Because that warrant they put on me Monday, on November 9th, listen to me. It was 20 minutes later I was arrested after the printing. 20 minutes later. It's been, 3 weeks, a month now, since I was assaulted on camera, a gun put to my head. I still have bruises from it, y'all. Where the dude hit me upside the head so many times and then hit me with a freaking gun right here. But he still has not been charged nor arrested. You tell me in the comment section below, are they showing him favoritism? Payne, being an auditor, has no doubt has a deep understanding, working knowledge of the legal system. With that knowledge in mind, I have no doubt Mr. Payne understands the proper channels which to exercise and to obtain assistance he feels he needs. I already have. I've contacted the ACLU, I've filed federal lawsuits online, and the FBI. Furthermore, with that in-depth knowledge and Payne's known history of anti-establishment etiquette, it can only be reasonably concluded that the sent emails served no legitimate purpose other than to lash out at law enforcement. Our copies of the emails have been included with this citation, which they didn't give me, y'all. That's what I was arrested for. I was arrested twice. I was arrested once by Brown and Lyons. Everybody saw it happen. It was live. Okay? Well, and I think I've re-uploaded it onto this channel now. But, then he comes back into the jail that night and re-arrests me and serves me with that. Harassing communications with no legitimate purposes. Really? Because I told him I was going to sue him and that I knew he was the one that told everybody in that town where I was. But yet, he didn't do that, he said. But yet, the night standing there in that jail, he said, I've talked to a lot of people in this town, and they are all glad you're locked up in here. So he went and told them I was locked up in there and what happened and all that. But he didn't go tell them what motel I was staying at so they could harass me in the comment section down below and threaten me and do everything in my family. You decide in the comments whether you believe that bullshit or not. And the federal courts are also going to decide it. Because I'm not filing lawsuits. I already have. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a comment. YouTube algorithm loves it when you do that. Make sure you make that like button turn blue. And share this everywhere, please, so I can get my channel built back up to what it was, and even bigger. Let's get it bigger than what it was, if not for anything other than to piss off that department and the bootlickers in that town that had it taken down. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon.